And here you go with the parts now primed, as you can tell. I apologize for taking so long to prime these. I had health issues going on. First it was my foot, and then my back went out this week, so I had to take care of myself. Still hurts a little bit, but I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to be worried about it. So yeah, I finally got everything primed here. I got the weapons primed, as you can tell there. And back here with the shield. Like right here's the shield, and there's the barrel back there. Better view. I didn't paint the barrel all the way because you're not going to see most of it, so why bother? But yeah, I got all the inner frame now primed. So now it's on to the process of just separating the weapons, which is stupid easy. It's like one and two parts, three maybe, or there's a few parts here to go through, separate, and then pretty much all the gun parts will be the gunmetal, as I said before, and everything else would be steel. So this is how everything looks like before their respective colors. And here are some of the parts already painted in the steel. Now, the reason why I'm going right now into this, I also did this in gunmetal, but I'm calling it audible. I really don't like how this gunmetal is coming out, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to repaint this into steel because it looks too dark and it's not metallic as I was hoping. So this is going to be now in steel. I also ran out of paint recently. I went to the store yesterday or the other day and got some more. This is the parts that I have left to paint, and I got to redo some parts like right here. There's a little lip here that just needs to get redone. These were originally on stick tack and they just got to get done, but for the most part all this is done. I'm going to go through all these parts to make sure that everything's good. But for instance, sorry for my messy area here. Here's the hand. That's the kind of reflectiveness I wanted. And I like how that is. So, yeah, sorry guys. Anyway, that's just paint color. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go back through all these parts, make sure everything's cool, then I'll move on to the next part, which will be probably these duraluminum parts. Alright, I gotta mention something here. I made a little goof in my video, actually, not in my painting, but in my video. I did a little bit of goof. I was supposed to do a before and after kind of thing, but I forgot to do that. But I think the results of the duraluminum kind of speak for themselves. Normally this was like the medium gray parts, so I went back and painted them all in duraluminum. Not that many parts. And I also started my first paint, or I started with a new color that I was starting to use Mr. Hobby's Rosette here. Here's how it turned out. Let me get in the light so you guys can see better. A bit glossy right now, but I thought that came out exceptionally well. Glossy right now because it's still drying. I got a fan here, so it'll help out. But yeah, so I got those parts done. This was the first time I ever did Mr. Hobby paints, so hopefully that came out very well. Oh, I didn't know this was actually acrylic. My bad. Oh, it's solvent. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I thought I'd try out this Mr. Hobby paint, and I'm quite happy with it now, so I'm gonna have to work on my next color, which will probably be the yellows, because that will complete my inner frame, which, if you give me 1 second, I thought I'd put a light on, but yeah, here's how the inner frame is looking now. Here's the gun, which I've now put in steel over top of gunmetal. And here are the feet. I'm very happy on how they're looking. And once these are dry, or not these, but once these parts are dry, all those circular parts will go onto the ankles here. And this part will go on the chest, as well as that. But before I even do that, I'm going to do a little something to this. We'll accent it a little bit. So yeah, so it's coming along very nicely. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and on to the next part. Now we're on to the yellow parts. As you can tell, I've already pre-primed them to get ready for the next shade, and I'm also calling an audible on the yellow. I was originally going to use the Mr. Hobby yellow, but it was too bright, so I found another yellow in my collection that I have. I'm going to be using that instead. It'll be the gold yellow from Vallejo Air. It's a bit of a darker yellow, kind of a bit of orangish to it, or something, I don't know. But I think it will look more appropriate for this set. So here's how everything looks after being, or before being painted, and after being primed, of course.